I'm going to add a bank to Pet Sim X. What could go wrong?
This is the bank, and it arguably ruined Pet Simulator X. The first thing the bank did is basically the reason of duping. If you didn't play Pet Sim X, here's a quick rundown of how duping works. Basically, what someone would do is come over to the bank, and they would put their pets in the bank. Then they had some sort of script thing, and it would duplicate the pet, and then you had 2 of them. Then the scammer, who now had 2 of the pet, would go over to the trading plaza and go sell it. And then you would buy it. And a few hours later, you'd get this message. Oh my days, if you played Pet Sim X back then, you knew how frustrating, horrible, and just rage-inducing this was. This actually happened to me when I bought my first huge hat cat, and I quit the game for like 6 months. But a lot of people didn't come back, and the game's player count went down and down and down, and it was so hard to tell if a pet was duped or not. Now, before we get to the next thing the bank did, I'll go over 2 smaller things. First thing, the bank was very pay to win. If I go to the settings in my bank, you can upgrade your bank for either gems or Robux. And right now, 900 isn't too bad for Pet Sim standards, but in the later stages, this is so bad. There was also a scam with the bank. Basically, there was a feature in the bank where you can invite people to your bank. Like, I've got Mr. Nokia phone in my bank, and he can take any of these pets. But I can also take his pets. Say goodbye to your son, Angelus. But what some people would do is they convince you to join their bank, and then they would just take your pets. This also happened to me. I was very dumb. I don't know why I would ever let someone in my bank. And they took a heck rock off me. Back then I was broke and it was a lot, okay? I swear. I think the bank caused is a lot of inflation. The bank wasn't the only reason for this. The daycare was also pretty bad for inflation, but it was definitely the first contribution to it. Unfortunately, I have 0 diamonds in my bank, so I can't demonstrate this, but there was a feature where you had interest in your bank. Basically, you'd put your diamonds in, and then if they were there long enough, you could take more out. On a smaller scale, with a couple thousand gems, this was harmless and just helped smaller players. But if you're one of the mega rich players, this would just give you 3 huge left, right, and center, and I kid you not, trillions of diamonds. Let me show you something in the trading plaza. So you know in Pet Sim, right, how a huge pet costs a few million diamonds? Anyone want to pay 97 billion for a golden Cupid corgi? That's transferred, by the way. And I'm not even going to look at the non-transferred pets. Obviously, the bank wasn't the only reason this, like if I go to VIP, 50 mil. The bank had some good qualities, but kind of ruined the game. Thanks for watching, goodbye!